Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. It is your 13th Python tutorial video, and in this video we're going to be covering on variable scopes. So variable scopes are basically knowing where you're going to assign a variable and where do you use it next. So let's say you assign a variable on top of the code, will you be able to use it in a function below? Or let's say you assign it inside a function, will you be use it inside another function? So that's what we're going to cover today. And before we get into today's lesson, let's revisit what we learned last time. So last time we basically just downloaded Python, we created a new file, and we played around a bit. So that's pretty much about what we did last time. So let's get into our lesson without further ado.
Alright, so let us first assign a variable. Let's say sonum equals region. Also, the screen may seem weird, but it is just because I have zoomed in on the screen and it looks a bit weird. But it is PyCharm, so it is PyCharm. It is the something file we created in the last video, and it is the name.py thing we created in the last video. So you can just use that file. It's just because I zoomed in and it looks weird. But let's carry on. So we have named a variable, and we have to note it down because we have named the variable. We have assigned it inside any, like, we haven't assigned it inside any function or inside any indentation, so it is after anything, it's on its own. So let us see if we can use this type of variables inside a function. So let's find a function. Let's say call name, and let us call it out. Let's say print sonum. Alright, so let's now call on the function down below, call name. Alright, now let us run it. Run, and yes, it worked. And it shows slightly that this variable, which is assigned on its own, can be used inside a function, inside of another function. Let us say we want more evidence. Let us say, what if it can't be used inside two functions? Alright, let's try it out. So let's define another function. Let's say second try, and do this, and then let's print. So now again. Alright, let's run it. And oh, we didn't even call it. Second try. Alright, now run it. Alright, so it worked, which means that this variable, which is assigned on its own, and it is not inside another function or inside another method, so which means that variables which are assigned on its own and not inside any other function or indentations, it can be used in any way possible, or anytime, anywhere, any function, any method. And this type of variables are called universal variables. So which means the meaning of the word itself. So universal, it can be used anywhere or anytime. So that's one type of variable. And let us say we want to cut this out and put it inside this one. So let's see if it works or not. Let's run this guy, and as you can see, we are having an error. So it says name sonum is not defined on line 7. So line 7 would be this guy. So line 7 would be this guy. Alright, now guess what? Guess what happened? Sonum, the variable sonum, has been assigned in this block, and it can be used only in this block because it is inside a function and inside a indentation. And now we have called it inside another function as well. So it's wondering, what is sonum? Sonum is not even defined because it can't get inside another function and read this. It can only read what is inside this indentation. So if we put sonum here, so sonum equals to region. Let's assign this again, and let's try running it. So now it will work. So region. So the problem last time was that it couldn't find anything. It couldn't find the variable sonum because it was not even inside their function second try, or even it was not even inside the outside the function, or it was not even a universal variable. So that's why you couldn't find it, and it says sonum was not defined. So now it proves that if we call on a variable, or if we assign a variable inside a specific indentation or inside a specific function, we will not be able to call it inside another function. So that's pretty much about today. We learned about the universal variable and variables. If we assign a variable inside a function, we cannot use it inside another function. So Yeah, do not forget to subscribe to my channel. I will link all my social media accounts down below in the description, and I've also started my Patreon account, so if you wish to support me, the link will be in the description below as well. So don't forget to like this video, and I will see you guys in the next video.